everybody, and welcome back. Today was actually a nice day. Can't see who's all in here, so hello to the people that are here already. And here is my box, all the way from Hawaii. H&R Nurseries, of course, and I am just going to start opening up this box. This is from H&R Nursery. They come out with a list. They are based out of Hawaii. Let me just start by saying that. And they are really responsible for a lot of the latest Laturia hybrids, and they do make other hybrids out of genus. Hey Todd, yeah, H&R. This is some I always order from them just because, and lately they've been getting into Prisavalas, crossing those with some spotted cattleyas, so those are always tempting, but I generally go to them for Laturias. And one of my favorite, well, it is my favorite, I used to have a Den Adornishi that was my pride and joy, and before I screwed it up and kept it too cold 1 year, and it died, and it took me 3 years to figure out why it had died on me. And I guess it had just been tolerating my conditions in the previous years, but it was 2.5, 3 feet tall, and it's a cross between Spectabile and Alexandri, which Alexandri is my favorite. So I noticed that they had these in 2-inch pots, so I got 2 of them, and I got a few other things as well. One thing that was on my list. So it is 5:16, so I'm gonna get on with it. Have a swig of water. It was actually a nice day today. It was cool, not cool, but it was in the low 80s, and the humidity was very low. Now, geez, I feel like I'm in a swamp. So anyway, I am so excited. Well, anyway, I had lost that Adornishi a few years ago, and it's really been in my dreams ever since. And at the time, I had not seen another Adornishi, and it's one of those things where I figured I would never find it. And here is one of them, Adornishi 4N, so it will have bigger flowers. It should, in quotations. But yeah, Alexandria crossed with Spectabile. So you can imagine that it is weird. But the one that I had was huge. I mean, it was as big as this box. And that's how big the canes grew every winter. So this has got to be another Adornishi. It looks like the same kind of package, although I did get other, I think I got about 5 things. Yeah, this is Adornishi. Adornishi, nice, fat bulbs. I mean, that's a nice little plant for a 2-inch pot. That is nice, fat pseudobulbs. So that is why, well, I would have ordered anyway, but because they always have something there. But to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 things from them, I am doing well, because I'm trying to keep my collection to a minimum. Okay, now this is another what is this? Okay, this is my compote. I got a compote of Dendrobium canaliculatum. This is a species. I used to have this. It was a bigger plant. When I mounted it, it actually bloomed for me. When I mounted it, that was when it did that slow death. So I'll probably keep it in this intact for a while, see how it grows on. I can still see that it's still producing some growth or some new leaves from the top. So I'll just see how it's doing. But that is a species, Dendrobium caneliculatum. That is a replacement as well. Most of these were, in fact, replacements. There is one thing in here besides that Adore Nishi that is, I am so, wow, I'm excited because when I lost the one that I used to have, it had just bloomed for me and I had just remounted it. So you know how that goes. Okay, I was gonna say, what the heck? All right, so here we go. Do you know what that is? I used to have one of these and I'm so glad to have it again. This is an angricoid and it is, hey there Kathy, Podangis dactyloceras. Hi AJ, H&R. So yeah, this is an angricoid and nice root down there at the base. And of course, well not of course, but this is grown sort of as vandaceous. They grow best mounted, but you can water them. I mean, you can not water them, you can mount them, but they need perfect drainage. But I treat them as a vanda so that you just get that in your head, how much you have to water them and the care you have to give to their roots. But anywho, it gets little inflorescence from in between, like very small, tiny, translucent, shiny, crystalline flowers, really nice. That's my Podangis dactylorhiza. So what's going on with Todd? I've been, I don't know, maybe I missed something. Yeah, I would say vandaceous for sure. For sure. I mean, when you get plants and they're just, they come to you with just big chunks of bark, then you know that to treat it like a vanda. Wow, sorry to hear that. I've been going to the chiropractor. Went today and I will go again Friday, went Monday. I had this horrible pinched nerve. And as I was coming out here, I was kind of, I usually sit here. And I was like, I got my cedar there. I could just sit here and unbox, but of course it's full of crap. So I've got to stand here. And so standing is very painful. So I am going to be unwrapping really fast. But I hope that your migraines are, luckily, knock on wood, I've never really had those headaches, but I have a high tolerance for pain. But right now, with it shooting down my leg and into my toes, I can't handle that. It's a bit much, but the chiropractor is doing some good. But hopefully everybody is well. Okay, here's a nice one. Let me see. Oh, well, that's good. That's good news. That is great news. Okay, so another Dendrobium, of course, and this is another one that was totally on my wish list that I am probably going to, very nice size, very, very nice size. I'm probably just going to immediately, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, to be honest. At some point, I am going to mount this. I might just try to do it in the same fashion that I did this Dendrobium. Just try to really quickly clear off the media and then mount it bare root. I'm going to treat this like a vanda as well. This, even though this is not technically, I'm not sure. I don't think this is a Latoria technically. It might be though. This is Dan Shiraishii. It might be Laturia, but I don't think so. The flowers on this are pure white, No, I'm sorry. This is a Laturia. It is. I guess it has the same sort of chartreuse with. Yeah, I do believe when I come to my senses. Yes, but a lot, maybe more in the fashion of spectabile, but more. The flowers are smaller, I think. But I am still going to mount this. If I get another spectabile, I'm going to mount that as well. Same as I've mounted my Alexandri here, which has stalled. But yeah, that is a very, very nice plant. Very nice plant. All right, so, and I'll do another video, and I'm gonna mount it because for me, I can explain that real quick. For me, there's a specific group of Laturia orchids, Laturia dendrobiums that I can't grow in a pot or with. I have to. The only way that I've been successful is mounting on anything and treating them like a vanda, because they like their roots to be flushed to where they turn green, but then they like to be totally dry. And and they like that every day. They need that every day. Same as this one, because this has macrophyllum. Bifalcae is one of those. Macrophyllum, I would put spectabile. For me, if I ever get another spectabile, I will mount it. Spectabile, this one. Also, rhodostictum, atroviolaceum, those. And I'm contemplating mounting my Johnsonii that are in my greenhouse, but they're doing so well, I'll probably just leave them. But that's, for me, the only way that I have been able to grow these ones that have failed for me in the past. So the best thing for me, rather than even letting this growth mature, would be to immediately get it out and quickly try to get as much of this away from the roots, and then immediately mount it and begin watering it like it's been in my environment the whole time. That's the only way, because if I wait, number one, the media, I'm going to still have to deal with the media. But I just think in order for this growth to continue on as strong as it is, because it will either get too soggy in this mix, and then that will cause it to rot, or I won't give it enough and it won't progress. The only way is if I give it what it needs, and I can't give it what it needs if it's in a pot. In my care, somebody else's care might be a different story. That's just how lava as well, but I've had issues with lava too. I think for me, it just helps that, they just don't have anything except for a flat surface to attach to, if that makes any sense. It's just better for me, just because they will get top heavy, and then they'll be falling over in the pot. And anyway, enough about that. But those groups of those plants that I named, I've had difficulty with, and I've only begun to have better success when I mounted them, for me. So that's my explanation. And my last plant, which I always love it when I get these boxes and they're big, long, you always know you're going to get nice sized plants. Yeah, and that, and plus the media doesn't break down so much. So, and I'm sure that they are very susceptible to a lot of the salts and all that, especially when you're fertilizing them so much. But, yeah. So, of course, this is another den, of course. And I'm not sure what it is. Oh, okay. This is Norma Jackson times Lasianthera. Now, if you've watched my channel, you know that I'm obsessed with Lasianthera. which is it's an antelope type from New Guinea that is very huge and very colorful, blues and reds, and anyway, I always try to get because you always see Lasianthera in whatever cross that it's in, it shines through. And when I saw pictures of this, you can really see. I think there is a name for this. I'm not sure, but I've never seen Norma Jackson, although I believe it is a burgundy. No, it might be a purple burgundy. So with Lasianthera, it does add that bluish. It should more red tone, which would go along with the burgundy. But anyway, I'm obsessed with Lasianthera. It's very difficult to grow as a species. I've about given up on trying to grow it. I did. That was my first experiment with a mound. And this winter, perhaps it was because of my greenhouse not being cool initially. I think that's what killed it. So I may try it again, but they are reputedly very hard to grow in the home environment. I'm sure Todd could. But that is my haul, guys. And I will be doing another. I'll probably be doing a video real soon on this one. Probably tomorrow to talk a little bit more about it. But anyway, guys, thanks, Kathy. Thanks for watching. I don't know if there's anything over here. Yeah, there really isn't anything I could show you over here. This is still close. That's the guarachia. And this is something that I am very much looking forward to. Those buds, which is my, well, you know, it's my yellowbird crossed with Kiwani Mendenhall. That's what that is. So that should be very pretty. But anyway, thanks for watching. Making sure I wasn't stepping in dog poo. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you very soon. Glad you're well, Todd, and everybody else. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.